And on page 10 of the paper, of course, is that report of the Jubilee and NASA rolling out their election plan. That moves on to page 10 of the paper. And so of their winning plans right now, of course, most of them trying to make sure that, for NASA especially, making sure that they get 10 million voters to come out and vote. Bernard, let's begin with you. We've seen a lot of voter apathy that has been witnessed. How realistic is it that 10 million voters will vote in favor of NASA?
Thank you, Michelle. As we stand, I think the voting pattern has not really changed from the 2013 elections. You realize that most voting blocks are still intact. Those who voted for the current Jubilee and those who voted for CORD then. But one thing that we'll be doing as NASA is to ensure that our voting block will increase voter turnout and also try to reach out to some other parts. Like we are trying to look at parts like Northeastern to see if we can raise the number of people turning out to vote. And also in other parts like maybe Coast region to increase the voters. So when you look at the general scenario, you realize that all these coalitions are in competition to get the swing votes. And those areas, like now, like 2013, you saw the whole of Rift Valley voting for Jubilee. And at this time, at this moment, we are trying to get a slice of Rift Valley, especially the Kipsigis and Bomet area. And we expect more than 25%.
Right, so voting patterns, according to you, have not changed much from 2013. But Brian, is it as easy as holding political rallies and getting that much more voters to vote? Because the issues are different as compared to 2013. In 2013, Kenyans were not dying of hunger. Kenyans were not buying unga at almost 200 shillings. Is it that easy?
There are some changing dynamics in the political landscape, and now we can see actually the two protagonists have gone back to the drawing board now that they are smarting, you know, from the nomination process, and now they are putting their game plan now into sort of review to see now how they are going to handle the process of now the real electioneering process. But I must say that as my colleague has said, as much as the dynamics have changed, I mean, I've remained the same according to him in terms of voting patterns. There are some changing dynamics here and there. One, I would say that while NASA is actually capitalizing on the issue of change, Jubilee is trying to show what they have been able to do all along. And again, it will be very hard for Jubilee to defend their track record in terms of what they have not been able to do all those 5 years. And convincing masses that they are coming with a new sort of game-changing plan, it will be very hard to sell. But again, if you look at the presidency and the office of the presidential delivery unit, it has been very out there in convincing Kenyans through portals that it has done this and this. But again, we want to say that always the forces are always against the incumbent. And the incumbent has that honors of ensuring that they play to the gallows of the people's expectations.